EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Finds us in the magnificent city of Atlanta. Used to be the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad here. That's why they still sound the train horn inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Coming up, two teams ready to square up.
Please welcome
It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons.
Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. And we are underway here in Atlanta. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard
The Falcons
line.
set to take over here on offense. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Vic. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
First down.
A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Atlanta.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
To the air. It's Vic. Oh, yeah. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
A run with Freeman. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Played close quickly. Here comes 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Freeman. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Gonna depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
The Falcons send their punting unit out. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchdown. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been. I know I can play at this level. I know that I can franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
He'll look over the middle and find his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
On the play.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Now a give up the middle. And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Here's a handoff to Williams. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Brady to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Here's Brady. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down.
First and 10.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game on.
Off the play fake, here's Brady. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up second down.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
To throw is Brady. Middle of the field, he's got Evans. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A gain there of 15. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their defense, and this, I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
On the toss, they'll run. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
That's another
17 yards on the gain, and now they've got first and goal.
Tampa Bay.
A chance here for this back to really show his speed. He saw the room on the perimeter, and he was able to get around the edge. Thought he was going to get right to the pylon, comes up just short. Down near the goal line, sets up first and goal.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
It's a loss of 1.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
It's third down
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Brady looking to throw. That is caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown Buccaneers.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead.
Falcons, nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
The Falcons offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run here with Freeman. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st down without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand?
Still 1st down.
London brought in motion. Throwing now. Vick looking for his tight end there, but let him too far.
Intended for
incompletion.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. To throw is Vick, and that is incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
And And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line.
First and 10.
The Buccaneers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. On play action, here's Brady. He takes off. Great way to start the drive. It's a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's good for a first down. It's a gain of 20 and a Buccaneer first down.
And he just continues to show the ability to extend drives with his legs. It's not something people immediately bring up when they talk about him, Mike, but as we've seen, he's more than capable of making something happen whenever the opportunity presents itself.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers first down.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. Down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's second and 6. Now Brady. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here comes third and 6. Brady set to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 19.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. It's a loss of a couple.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
And they'll hold them to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 9.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The BUCS have the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2, as they've got it 3rd and 10. Vic gonna look to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And he's gonna take this one all the way. 83 yards. Touchdown Atlanta. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the Falcons will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To the air is Brady. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
So while they fail to connect on this one, I don't really blame him for continuing to give his guy a shot in tight coverage. When you have someone as special as he is, you can't only throw him the ball when he's open. It's just not going to be enough opportunities. There's not going to be enough volume. So every now and then, there is a calculated risk where even if it's not the ideal window or situation, you've got to give a guy like him as many chances at the ball as you can. The most important stat, Mike, to determine losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
Yeah! And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Falcons offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Throwing is Vic. This one batted away. Incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, But how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
Here's Vic. He'll swing this out to Freeman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get an even 20 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
46-yard line.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
To a first down, a gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 1.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll run the sneak. It looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Now, Vic. Quick throw here is complete, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another.
Call it a gain of 13. First down, Atlanta.
23-yard line.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the 20, here's second down and 7. To throw, here's Vic. A pass taken in by Freeman. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Third down and 7.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Xavier Hutchinson. Across the 20, will knock him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Brady. They'll look to set up the screen here. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
This returnable from inside his own 40. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end with that one. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
To the air, it's Vic. Well, over the middle, caught by London. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
And this will not be returnable. This kick would go out of bounds. The Bucs offense make their way out to take over once more. operating from their own 23. They'll begin 1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Get this complete. It's Thielen over the middle. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
First down.
A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They'll send a tight end in motion. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
To throw is Brady. Down the field, it's Evans. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Off the play fake, here's Brady. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. First down as they do it on the ground.
A gain of 4 yards.
And it looked at first like that opening was going to close up on him, didn't it, Mike? I mean, really nice job there by the back. Patient and quickness, kind of all at the same time to find that hole, and he's able to get through to keep this drive alive.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Brady looking to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
2nd down, they need 3. Now, faking the give. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it'll be 3rd down.
So I actually think this is one of those where he was a little bit too unselfish. He's trying to fit that ball in a tight window and maintain his ability as a passer. And I think if he turns himself into a runner and activates his legs, he probably picks up that 1st down if he calls his own number.
And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. to throw. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Touchdown, Tampa.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and through. And the Buccaneers are on top. It's 14-10.
Falcons 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Vick. That one taken in by London. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
And
that's good for 27 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
To throw is Vick. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Man in motion is Brown. Here's Brady. That's taken in by Brown.
Brady's pass complete to number 81. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Bucs offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The third quarter begins with a run. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
From the 23, here's second and 9. Brady set to throw. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He'll get this one complete to Brown. 18 yards on the connection. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First and 10 at the 45-yard
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Here's first and 10. On play action, here's Brady. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
To the air is Brady. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Up the middle they go. There he goes, inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Now the try for an extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs are out to a 21-10 lead.
21, Falcons 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Start on the ground. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll stay on the ground. The ball comes out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off, hey, coach, you got the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
Now it's Freeman. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
London brought in motion. We're trying to pick this up with a hot pass. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Raheem Morris now will send out the field goal unit. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons are able to get it back within a score.
13.
The kickoff team is out on the field. Back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Xavier Hutchinson. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over once again. Now Brady. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They send Evans in motion. Back to the air once more on second down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together, and the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
12 more yards.
Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
1st and 10.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
To throw, it's Brady. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Open man downfield is Brown. A nice throw by the rookie out of Michigan. It's going to be good enough for a first down.
A gain of 21.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drop.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
To throw. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and That play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On third down, it's Brady. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Grammatic's kick is good. And the Bucs get on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own
The Falcons offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Now Vic gonna run it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They send the tight end in motion. Now, Vic. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
It's 3rd and 4. To the air, it's Vic. Open man, left side, he's got it. Pick up there of 19 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO to the 20. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown Falcons. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
All right, so the Falcons try to add on a two-point conversion here.
The Falcons will line up for
Here's
the
Vic.
two-point conversion.
That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for two, and it does not pan out.
24.
Mike, there's not a lot of ways to
19.
break this play down other than saying you get the wide open target, you have the play you want, you're aggressive going for two, you just got to catch the ball.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard
First
line.
and 10.
The Buccaneers offense and their
26-yard
quarterback ready to go once more. Look to hit him with the jet sweep here to begin this drive. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Screen works to perfection. Give them 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
And as a defensive coordinator, this just drives you nuts. You have a team in third and long. You think you're going to go rush the passer. And what do? They change it up. They slip the offensive lineman out in front of the back and drop it off, and he picks up a big gain and converts the first down.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 6. Brady looking to throw. He'll throw it left and use his running back. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
This crowd into it now. As we get to third, they'll motion over Thielen. Brady to throw. And that one on target to Williams. He's got it.
And a first down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Now a give up the middle, and they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
To throw is Brady. To the right side and corralled by Thielen.
Number 19. Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Here's Brady. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans.
Brady's pass.
And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
3rd and inches.
Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. And he's brought down to 17, but that's going to be good enough. A first down picked up on the ground.
First down. 2 yards on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll motion over Thielen. Brady set to throw. We'll get this into the hands of Thielen. And the Bucs are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He is down at the 6.
1st and goal at the 6.
Big time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now, for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Bucs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Falcons 19.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They bring their tight end right. To throw, here's Vic. That's complete. Some more on the right side. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Over the middle, caught by London. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 20 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Falcon first down.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
22 more yards.
22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Atlanta.
First and 10.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Throwing is Vic. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing now, Vic. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Fourth down.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
You guys are garbage.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Vic gonna look to throw. And that's gonna be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
To throw, it's Brady. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The
Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. On play action, it's Vic. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
To throw is Vic. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
These are game-changing opportunities, Mike, and at this level, when you have a wide receiver that open downfield, you've got to connect, and in this case, he just flat out missed them, and we're talking about a massive play had they connected, but instead, that's a mistake he's going to wish he had back.
Now, deep ball for London. That is brought in. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Now, Vic. Now a screen set up for Freeman. He's taken down just shy of the 10. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
1st and 10.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
A pass taken in by Freeman. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Still first down.
So after the penalty, a break as they now have 1st and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
First down.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
Oh, a loose football. It appeared like the Falcons were able to get back on that one. Ball stays with Atlanta.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Nearly a disaster there, especially in this area of the field, Mike. You know these guys are reaching for the ball. That is such a priority of every defense around the league. Create turnovers, especially in the red zone. Fortunately for this guy, he gets to get back in the huddle for another crack at it, thanks to some quick thinking and good hustle from one of his own guys.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their 1st. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. It is 3rd and goal. Here's Vic. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
On is Koo for the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons have cut the deficit to 5.
Falcons 26.
A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. The Buccaneers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So a win here for the visiting BUCS. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.